Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346-426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Well, life to you may be different from life to me. The way I see life most of the time is different from the way you see life. Sometimes life is good. Other times, well, maybe not so good. And this is why many times we need someone to talk to, someone to listen to us without judging us. And this is a program that is designed exactly for that purpose, where we can talk, chat, laugh, and sometimes cry together. Come on, let's talk over our matters. Let's discuss the matters of life and find solutions together. This is Eshman. Our program is now going to be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I need you to join in. We need to talk together. You will have the opportunity to call in, ask questions, discuss matters that concern your heart. And I guarantee you, you'll be glad that you talked. I'll be waiting on you Tuesday and on Wednesday and on Thursday. Eshman will be waiting for you.
Hey guys, my name is Shino Ayo Oyinlola, and I'm trying to let you know that ABN TV do live stream events. Do you have any event coming up? Do you want somebody to do that for you? Live stream your event either to your own portal or to ABN TV Direct. Call on us now, 346-426-5650, 346-426-5650. We'll be glad to help you out. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody, and it's so good to know that you're there. Always so good to hear that you're part of this program. Thank you to all those of you that keep checking on me on and off the studio, particularly those of you that suggest one thing or the other. It's really a great thing to know that I am not alone in this. Of course, by now you would know that this is a family program and you can't afford to watch it alone. Now, this is a program that would always talk about life issues, issues that affect you and I. And the best you can do is to call someone, to tell someone that it's time for the program with Eshman. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and we would always be here talking about life matters. Well, how's your day been? Mine has been great. Of course, I believe that every day is a good day, and I want you to believe that as well. Regardless, it could have been worse. Every day is a good day. By now, you would know that the issue of domestic violence is a major problem in our society. And this is my own quota to reduce it as much as possible. I know it's totally impossible to eradicate it fully, but as much as possible, we can reduce the issues of domestic violence. Unfortunately, we don't hear so much about the things happening until a major thing has happened. Like someone killing someone, someone maiming someone, someone destroying someone, and things like that. But there are some things that happen before the major climax. Those things that happen are the things that I'd like to talk about, so that if we can correct one or two things, then there'll be less of domestic violence issue in our society. Don't forget that this program is brought to you by BSA Procurement and Logistics, proudly sponsored by BSA Procurement and Logistics. Whatever your shipping needs are, contact BSA Procurement and Logistics. It could be auto, it could be Christmas issue, it could be family related. Anywhere, anytime that you would like to ship your stuff, contact BSA Procurement and Logistics. Did I tell you that shipment is done every Thursday from America to Nigeria, and every Thursday from Nigeria to America? It takes between 7 to 10 working days for your goods to be delivered. I'll tell you more about BSA before we round up our program. Tonight we have a very major topic, and I'd like you to share with me this topic. To those of you watching on YouTube, please, you need to share it, invite friends. Don't let's just keep quiet. My aim is just to make sure that there is happiness in every home. Things be corrected so that people can live happily ever after. Of course, whatever your relationship is, make it work. Follow it up. If you have to beg, beg. If you have to spend money, spend money. If you have to call on others, call on others. Just make it work. But if the way is too tough for both of you to work on, please, by all means, go your separate ways. It is better you live long being a single parent than for you to die young in the name of love. I want to say a big thank you to Miss Gilda. You spoke to me today. You spoke with me today, and you made my head swell. How this program has affected you and positively influenced your family. You said kind words that were beyond what I even thought or what I imagined. Thank you so very much for those words. Because of you and people like you, Ms. Gilda, this program will never stop. We will continue to do our best to make sure that we push out the positive vibes out there. And thanks also to you, Miss Simeon, if you're watching. You sent the program to Miss Gilda, and she was mightily happy about the program. Thank you, everybody, and I really appreciate you. Next week, before I talk about today, let me quickly give you a brief of what is going to be happening next week. We will be talking about the shower effect. That program will be strictly 21. So if your partner is not available, tell them beforehand. Wait on me. By next week, we will really talk deep into those ones. But for tonight, we're looking at jealousy. Jealousy, yes. Is it born out of love or out of insecurity? You need to hear about this. And not just you. You need to let people know that this program is on air right now, and let's share it together. Jealousy, is it born out of love or out of insecurity? By now you will know a lot of people have died because of jealousy. A lot of people have killed because of jealousy. Jealousy has destroyed a lot of things. But then, it's not all negative about jealousy. Could it be something that was born out of love or out of insecurity? What do you think? The phone lines, when we open it, don't keep your opinions to yourselves. You know why? There's some families that all they need to hear will be the things that you have to say. And if you can say them, then surely you will find out there will be mighty and pleasant transformations in some homes. But when you keep quiet, as for what you know, a family could destroy themselves. And the guilt, you will not want to bear that. So tonight, it's not my show. It is your show. Get your phones ready. Get your friends ready. It's family program. We will go on a break very shortly. And when we come back, we're going to hit the ground running, discussing the matter on ground. Jealousy. Is it born out of love or out of insecurity? This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I'm so glad that you're here. I will see you at the other side of the divide.
BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. Ship to USA from Niger, or ship from Niger to USA, and also to Canada. Individual, small business, corporate establishments, and African stores and restaurants. Ship anything at all. USA office 12455 Westpac Drive, Suite H15, Houston, Texas 77082. Telephone 832-614-8984 or 281-741-4829. Email info@bsaprologservice.com or www.bsaprologservice.com. BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. You are the reason we exist.
Need to get somewhere fast and at a reasonable price? You need Tigo. You can be confident your driver will be courteous and professional. Tigo is super budget friendly, even for students and low-income workers. Tigo is convenient. Book your ride, pay, and tip your driver all in the app. Tigo, the ride-sharing company with a difference. Download the Tigo app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Oh yeah, suya on the spot. We value our customers. That's why we make suya for them on the spot. DD turkey wings suya, beef suya, skewers of kidney suya, chicken thigh suya, spicy kuli, grilled fish, 100% halal, real Hausa suya. Order now, 832-916-0724 or at www.suyaonthespot.com. Instagram handle at suyaonthespot. There is suya and there is suya. Check us out today. Spicy and not spicy. Suya on the spot. Ukojabe. Sunrise African Supermarket has been in existence for a while now with everyday 5-star rating. All our customers love one-stop shopping experience. Come, see and buy your groceries with us. Sunrise African Supermarket, 12639 Business Street, Houston, Texas 77099. Open Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Sundays. Telephone 346-400-7772. Sunrise African Supermarket. Come, see and buy your groceries with us.
Mama, it's about time. So sweet bread. Since I had my first bite, it's all I've been thinking about. And I can't wait to have a taste of so sweet cakes too. That bread that she deserves.
Oh, Sweet Bakery, your one-stop spot for your hygienically prepared, nutritious fresh bread and pastries, ranging from African, continental, and of course, a touch of the Caribbean. See, talk about that real, soft, fresh agege bread, white bread, coconut bread, wheat bread, special sardine rolls, cinnamon raisin, fluffy delicious cakes, plus our special tea and coffee. And here's a little secret. You can also order the one and only agri beans to complement So Sweet Bread. They two together, it be like 5 and 6. Make a stop at 3823 Road, 77082 Suite B, Houston, Texas, or call 713-264-9957. So Sweet Bakery, bringing you the best pastries. No be lie, So Sweet Bread, they butter the soul. Plus, it dey enter medulla. Wella.
When it comes to eating African food like you are in Africa, don't just call for jollof rice. Ask for Greens and Solid jollof rice, Greens and Solid fried rice, Greens and Solid ewa going, Greens and Solid porridge yam, babambari reni, Greens and Solid amala on point. Begri atewedu lórí àmàlà tó fẹ́lẹ́ tó ń gbóná fẹ́lẹ́fẹ́lẹ́ with your choice of meat or fish. Roundabout ni abọ́dí ṣàkíní àbẹ́dọ̀. Ẹja aláràn lẹ́nfẹ́ ni àbí kúrúkà bó sì jẹ́ tilapia ni gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà lọ́dọ̀ tiwa. At Greens and Solid amala on point, just give us few minutes to prepare what you order and boom! You have it exactly as it is pictured. Grace and Solid amala on point. 11134 Highway 6 South, Sugarland, Texas 77498, Suite 216, or Grace and Solid amala on point at 12306 Bichno Street, Houston, Texas 77072, inside the Shell gas station. Telephone 832-295-3570 or cell phone 832-692-0465. Greens and Solids on Facebook, Greens and Solids on Instagram, or www.food@greenandsolid.com. Food as it is in Africa. Greens and Solid amala on point. See you there.
Welcome back. Now this is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Let's go straight to the point, and I'd like to know what you think. Very soon I'll be opening up the phone line. Jealousy. Is it born out of love or insecurity? Now this is a topic that we can't fully dissect right now tonight. But most homes, the big problem, or what turns out to be a very huge problem later, would always start very small. One of the most common problem in every home, or in most home, I beg your pardon, is the issue of jealousy. Now, jealousy could be on a positive side or on a negative side. We're going to try to look at it critically. However, to save a whole lot of time, have you ever wondered who has more problem of jealousy, the female or the male? Without wasting your time, of course, I will vote for the male. And most females don't know this, that a male is almost like a baby. The level of jealousy in the male's mind is so high, and most of the time they can do the unthinkable because of jealousy. And this is why we have to concentrate on the male, at the receiving end, at least for tonight's sake. Jealousy is a very terrible thing because it could make a man to easily destroy another man. And so when we already know that jealousy is a problem in the male species, female, can you find a way not to make them feel jealous? I will quickly start this with a story that is very true. And when I'm opening the phone line, I will remind you of the story. Somebody that I once worked with when I was working in the bank back in the day had a major problem. Until today, the problem has not been solved. It destroyed their home. What happened? She was a banker and she was doing very well. On a particular busy day, she had given her phone number to a male customer who requested for it. Well, as she would say to me later, she gave the number innocently because the customer was persistent and needed a follow-up. Unfortunately, that same evening that she gave her number to the man, to the customer, to the client, in the evening, her phone was with her husband. Like she said to me, she had never seen any reason to hide her phone from the husband. And so the husband was with the phone playing a game. And lo and behold, a message came. Who was the message from? From the client she had given her number to earlier on in the day. Before I go further, always remember that my program is for couples, adults, matured minds send the children to bed. And that's the truth. So the phone was with the husband. He was playing a game, as she said, and the message came from the client. The husband probably wouldn't have opened it, but it came as a picture. And guess what? Without any discussion with this lady, without any prior notice, the client had sent his manhood to her phone. She told me sincerely she never had anything to do with the man. They never had any discussion. He was a client that came to the office that had a need, and she gave the number. But now, you know, some men are so blocked they are so blocked up in their mind that they assume just smiling at them will make them feel that, yeah, you are in love with them. And so you need to be careful about crazy people. Cut the long story short, the man saw the picture of another man sending his manhood to his wife. That was what broke the home. Now, the man was apparently jealous, but that kind of jealousy, how will you address it? When we begin to call, I need you to address this family. They may need a help or two from you, and you never can tell something that you would say could help them. Now, jealousy is a very terrible thing. And females, I will quickly address the points tonight. You have to help us. You have to help the man not to feel jealous. Why? Because honestly speaking, an average man is not fully secured. It's not that they don't love you. They know they own you. But somehow they feel that other men are looking at you. They feel that other men want you. And that's the truth. Most ladies, if they really want to say the truth, there are other men that truly want you. Now, you don't make your man feel that he has some competitors. The minute he begins to feel that he has some competitors, honestly, you're boiling up his blood. Rule number one, of course, I'm not giving you rules, I'm just talking. Now that you are with a man, now that you're fully settled with a man, why are other men calling you? I just want to know. Ladies, let's say the truth to ourselves. Don't forget that this is a family program and we're not going to hide anything from one another. How can you now be married and other males are still calling you? They're not your brothers. They're not your cousins. Even if they are your colleagues, why are they calling you? Men, I know I'm speaking your mind tonight, so you better quickly call your wives, wherever they are, to listen to this show. And those of you on YouTube, please share. Now, if you're with your man and other men are calling you, number one, it is disrespectful to the man. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not saying occasionally you will not have calls from the opposite side, opposite sex side. But please don't make it a norm. Don't make it something regular. Your man may not like it. Now, if you had a business with your colleague at work, let the business end at work. Except for emergency, except for maybe official things. I mean, straight to business, that kind of a thing. A married woman has no business receiving calls from lots of men. No, you don't. Look, I know you want to probably defend it. When my female friends are beginning to call now, they love to defend everything. But the real truth is that a married lady has no business with many male callers. You need to stop them. If any of them is not listening, block them off. A man is jealous of another man. You know why? Every man knows that every man is thinking about sleeping with their wives. It's possible. If you're a wife and you're beautiful, somebody likes you. If you're a wife and you have breasts, somebody likes you. If you're a wife and you dress well, somebody likes you. If you're a wife and you do not smell awfully, somebody likes you. And guess what? Your man is aware that somebody likes you. And so when you're in the home with him, and every now and then there's this call that comes in, and he's a man, and you laughed and you giggled, what do you think is going on through the man's head? So you got to really stop that. Now, number 2 rule. This is very big. And after this, I will open the phone lines so that we can call in. Number 2 rule, your partner has to be your best friend. Yes, I said it. If your partner is not your best friend, who is? Talk to me. Who is? Listen, you have to make this a purposeful act. You have to purposefully work towards it so that on your way home, your partner is the one you're talking to. So that if you have a problem, your partner is the first you run to. So that when you have difficulties in some areas of life, your partner is who you run to. Now that you're together, your brother is not your best friend. Your sister is not your best friend. Even your children are not your best friends. Your best friend is your partner. If your best friend is not your partner, you make him mad. Every time you grab your phone and you're really talking deeply with your so-called best friend, what is going on through his mind, you don't want to know. You don't like it. Every man seeks for an attention, and you give them that attention if you make them your best friend. I have a lot to say, but I'm going to be opening up the phone lines right now. I am not the only one in this show. You and I are doing it together. Don't forget the story that I told you. A man sent his nude picture to another man's wife. She gave him the number for business sake, but he sent that and her husband saw it, and that scattered the family. What do you think? What do you think about jealousy? Is it born out of love or out of insecurity? 346-426-5650. Again, 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. My engineer will put the numbers on your screen so that you can have it. But then, once again, 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. The phone lines are open, and I would want you to call in. We'll start picking your calls right now. So I've mentioned some points on how we can reduce jealousy. It's actually a big deal. I told you that, number one, you don't have no business receiving the male calls anymore as a woman, that you're in a deep relationship. You're married or you have a partner already. You can't entertain those calls anymore. I also told you, you have to make your partner your best friend. If your partner is not your best friend, that means that you're talking to some other people, and your partner will know, and that would drive him mad. By the way, may I say that this topic of tonight has been influenced by one of my listeners that sent me a whole lot of things via my email. Thank you, Ms. Shiri, for sending the message, and that's why that is from there we're picking the topic of tonight. Do you have a feedback concerning our program, or is there anything you want us to know? I will give you the email address at the end of the program, and you can please send in your feedback to us. So the phone lines are open now, and I expect you to please call, and let's address particularly that young family that got destroyed because someone had sent a nude picture. Do you think the man overreacted? That the husband, that is, do you think he overreacted? Now, he was with the phone of his wife, and another man had sent his nude picture. That broke the family. He had to let the woman go. Do you think he overreacted? Or do you think there was something amiss? Do you think his jealousy was adequately done? Was it born out of love or out of insecurity? Could he have spoken to the wife in such a way that there's more of understanding rather than destroying the family, breaking the relationship? What do you think? They'd love to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Pick up your phone and let's begin to discuss. Now, I was explaining to you that your husband or your wife, in this case, will have to be your best friend. Now, if you're making your cousin, your sister, your brother, your parents your best friend, that means that most of the time that you're with your partner, you're talking to those other people. And important issues that both of you should talk about, those people will hear those things first. These are the things that well up jealousy from the inside of a man. And this cannot be sustained. If you don't quell it, if you don't stop it, that may destroy the family. Because a man feels not useful enough or not good enough to be your close friend. How do you make your man your best friend? It starts from your conversation. And I will give you an example. Both of you must learn to talk a lot. At least the times you talk. Don't just make it hello, goodbye. Find a way to discuss. Let your discussions lead from one discussion to another. Avoid monosyllable answers. For instance, your man has called you. How did your day go? And all you could say, fine. So, how's work? And all you could say was, fine. Where are you? All you could say, on my way home. End of story. Look, that is going to be very boring. And that will not sustain your relationship. The man sincerely will begin to feel that there are some other people you're discussing with. And he will not be able to stomach that. Okay, someone had asked you, how did work go today? It went well. However, there was this matter we had to trash in the office. The matter made me so tired. I still don't know how to handle it, but I will find a way. Now, that will elicit a response from the man who is likely to ask you, oh, what matter is that? And by the time you're done, do you know you would have spoken for 30 minutes or more? There is nothing as annoying as when you're making a man feel like he's disturbing you with his conversation. And this is your partner, for God's sake. You cannot afford to push him aside or push him away. He's your friend, he's your best friend. You have to learn to talk about everything. There are sexual matters you can talk about. You're married, you're together. What are you still ashamed of? Destroy relationship with all those other people that are not necessary in your life. Look, they just occupy space. Look at your phone numbers, your phone, look at the list of people on your phone. Some of them shouldn't be there no more. What are they still doing there? These are people that take your time in conversing, and you converse less with your partner. Now, tonight is not mine. It's not mine. Talk alone. I need us to call in so that I want to hear from you. What do you think jealousy is? Is it a matter of love or a matter of insecurity? All right. I need us to discuss tonight on this matter so that not only me, I want others to be able to enjoy and learn a thing or two. Another point I would like to raise is how you relate with others versus the way you relate with your partner. Some of you are so good when you see the others coming your way. The way you smile, the way you laugh, the way you embrace them, the way you greet them. Particularly if you're talking on the phone. One could hear your laughter from a mile away. The he, ha, ha, ha. You understand? But when it comes to your partner, you are serious as Saturday night. You're very serious. You're straight to business. You just want to form the fact that, oh no, you're goody two shoes. You want to form this formality. No, that's not right. Everybody wants this laughing atmosphere, this excitement, that same excitement that you give to other people. You must bring it home. He's watching. He's watching the way you're relating to them. How come you're all smiles when you're talking to outsiders, and when you're talking to your own partner, there is no smile on your face? No, that's not right. You have to stop it tonight. The reason why I'm emphasizing on this is so that homes could find a solution and be happy. Jokes should be shared between couples, not just between a man or a woman and outsiders. No, all those outsiders are not as important as your partner inside. And so the man is watching. And the last time your mom called, or the last time your cousin called, or the last time this friend, this church friend that he knows you with called, the way you were relating with them and you did not want the call to end. And only for you to turn aside to him, the only thing you could say, are you ready for your meal? He's not a hungry man. It's not all about food. He just wants someone to commune with. And you are that closest person to him. Listen, my friend, this whole thing is not by force. And I'm telling you the things that eventually lead up to frustration, bottled up anger, and you begin to hear cases of domestic violence. Never make a man to purposely feel jealous. It's not worth it. It could bring problems that you will not be able to solve. So he is watching your reactions to other people. Feel free to stop me with your phone calls, okay? Let your calls come in, and I will stop to pick your call. All right. Now, the man is watching your body language with other people, the way you're sounding, the way you're relating, the way you're happy. And when you are talking to him, if you're not as happy, honestly, he will know that it's either you hate him or you just don't want the relationship anymore. If you can open up your mouth and laugh to outsiders, you should be able to in a double way, open up your mouth and laugh with your partner. Never allow a man to feel less than a man. The man you're not laughing with, it's only one thing. You really don't want his presence. You really don't like his presence. And that's not good. It's not your nature not to laugh. And the man could deduce because you're laughing with other people. You're gisting with other people. You're talking with other people. You're conversing with other people. But to him, what are you doing? Straight to business. As a matter of fact, many times you're leaving him on the table to eat alone and you go and sleep. That's not right, ladies. You need to help the relationship. The ladies have a lot to contribute to the relationship. We do have a caller, and let's pick this call. Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Oh, Felicia.
Good evening.
I hope your day has gone well, Felicia.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. You're welcome.
Just came in.
There's another caller right now from you, with you. The other caller, please call back as soon as Felicia is done. Yes, Felicia, we're looking at jealousy. Is it born out of love or out of insecurity? And quickly, because you're just coming in, I'll quickly give that story again. Once upon, my colleague, someone I know very well, had given her number to a client that came to the office. Unfortunately, in the evening, her phone was with her husband, and the client sent his nude picture to her phone. The husband did not understand it, and the relationship, the marriage broke because of that. Do you think the man overreacted? Do you think the lady should have done something else? So what do you think about jealousy?
Good evening.
Yes, ma'am.
Jealousy is just like an acid. Hello?
I'm with you. I can hear you loud and clear.
It's just like an acid on someone's body.
Yes.
If you don't deal with it, it kills you and hurt the other fellow, your partner. Your partner. Jealousy is something that one's supposed to deal with very quickly before it turns to bitterness.
Yes.
Before it turns to hatred.
It will always lead to something else. Yes.
Yes, it will lead to bitterness. It will lead to hatred. And jealousy should not even be in a relationship.
You're right about that. So in the case of this man, was the jealousy right that a man was sending his nude picture to his wife? How should
to
he?
his wife?
Yes, to his wife. He was with his wife's phone, and a stranger sent his nude picture to his wife. There was no relationship between the stranger and the wife.
I can't fathom that. I can't figure that one out.
Okay.
And no, which means there is something going on between the wife and the other man.
It's some men are that crazy. Ladies, you need to help me out here. You must have come across a lot of crazy men. This lady in question told me she only gave the man her number, being a client that needed help.
Let the man call let the men call each other. To me, I will give the man's phone number to my husband. Let my husband call the man.
Some husbands may not want to fight road fight, that kind of fight. They would rather no, I'm not going to deal. So the husband had to break the marriage because of that. Was he right by breaking the marriage?
No, not at all.
What could he have done? What should he have done? There's jealousy.
You're supposed to investigate if it is true or not.
Investigation.
Yeah,
a nude picture came into the phone, Felicia. Nude picture came into the phone. What are you investigating?
The picture came, it might be a mistake. It might be, maybe the man wanted to send it to another person. It has happened over and over again. Yes. He might want to send it to somebody else and mistakenly press the person's number. Or he's looking out for the wife.
All right.
Maybe he wants to date that woman and just want to break the marriage.
Yes. I understand.
The other woman might be targeting that woman's marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You understand? And the man's supposed
possible
to calm down and look at him and look at it in another angle.
Would you, if you were the man?
If the man really loves his wife or believe or trust his wife, he should calm down and look deep.
Felicia, thank you so very much. Allow me to pick one last call before I go on break, Felicia. Thank you very much. Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Good evening. Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Yes. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
All right. My name is Benga and I'm calling from New York.
Benga from New York. Thank you. There's another caller. Please, the other caller, kindly wait, let Benga finish, then I'll pick your call. Right on, Benga. Have you heard anything tonight?
Yes, I have heard a lot. I've heard a lot of things.
Yes. What do you think, Benga?
So, I would say, as a man who has experienced some sort of, I've had similar in my relationship, not my marriage, but in a relationship in the past.
I like that.
And I will say something. First and foremost, when we want to talk about jealousy, we have to understand that it is a natural trait.
Good.
Both in men and women.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the Bible, there was a place where God references a jealous God. So let us not diminish the fact that jealousy is a natural trait.
Yes.
Now, there's something in couples. I've been married for just 5 years. I'm still learning a lot, and I've understood from past relationships, including this one, that there has to be some level of understanding and trust for things to go well in any relationship.
Yes.
Now, in marriage, this kind of thing happened. I can see why the husband would be upset, but getting to the extreme of breaking the marriage because of something like that, the husband had insecurity issues.
I love your approach, Wenga.
Yes, that particular incident has to do with the man himself. He has some battles. Now, I would say, my own self, I was in a relationship when I was much younger, when I was in university back then in Nigeria. And I experienced a girl I really loved then. She hurt my feelings. She started dating someone on the side. And long before this thing happened, when they were on the conversation stage, and I found out, I made that, this relationship is going to hit the rocks because of this thing you're doing. She insisted, she consistently spoke to the guy, and eventually she fell for the guy. And, my backside, that and everything hit the rocks from that point. Now, it's long and short of all these things. You see, jealousy is something that builds as well.
Yes.
You have to give someone a reason should not be jealous. In this situation, you know, the husband would have considered so many factors as well before breaking his marriage, and also try to work it out. So many factors. For instance, you know, does your wife have these tendencies?
The tendency, yes.
In this kind of thing, are you experiencing this kind of thing with her? You know, there are so many things you could have considered before breaking this of this singular text message. Now, the enemy has so many means, he has so many devices. For example, this relationship I talked about in the past, the guy had been asking this lady out for a long time, you know, but she had declined. The day he decided to move to gear 5 was the day he saw me. He said, so this is the person this girl is even dating.
Oh my God.
You know, and he used that.
Sorry about that, Benga.
Yes, it's one of those things. It was a learning process for me. And you know, he said, oh, this is a small boy, son, I think I can chance this boy. You know, something like that. Now, think about it. If the husband, that the man who sent that picture, if he was on a wealthy side, one of all those men that think they can command any respect or whatever because of what they have, he might have sent the picture for that particular reason, to break that marriage.
Okay.
You know? Because he knew that, okay, if I send this picture to this woman, you know, she might start liking me.
That's what Felicia too also said. So I'm buying that point. That's a good point.
Yeah, there's a tendency the husband will see this. What if they're in a rocky relationship? This has the chance of even making it worse for them, and I can actually have my way with this lady. There are so many ways the husband could have approached it, you know. But his was very extreme, and I think it's because he had insecurity issues. There are so many ways he could have handled the situation without breaking the marriage. Also, let's also put into consideration, you understand, there's something called trust, and I'll use that same example. You know, because of that one instance, I found out, she sent a text message to me by mistake. She intended to send to someone else. That's how I found out she was actually going to house. Now, that one text message had a ripple effect. Meaning that every other time, even when she was in her father's house, I would assume she was in the person's house.
Oh my God. It really messed your mind up. Wow.
Exactly. It has the tendency to do that to so many men. So now the husband could have looked at it from the angle of, this lady works in the bank, she meets, interacts with 1,000 men every day. She's an attractive lady. And if this is, if she continues, or if this is what she does on a daily basis, how will I handle this? How would I live with this insecurity every day? She goes to work and I'm assuming, hey, another man is collecting her number. So is going to do well. You know, so the man had insecurity issues. You know, rightly, I mean, that might have prompted it to another level, but there are so many ways. And I think he should also go and work on himself as well, because, you know, there are these kind of things that happen in almost every relationship. You know. So that's my little
Benga, I really appreciate you. It's your first time calling on my program, right?
It is my first time calling, but
thank you. Thank you very much, Benga. Don't make it the last time, particularly tomorrow, and watch out for next week. It's going to be the bomb. Thank you very much, Benga, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I know some calls came in, but let me quickly go on a very short break, and when we come back, I'll pick one or two more calls before we close. This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman, and I'll see you at the other side of the divide.
Welcome. This is God's Glory Enterprises, where you get goods in both wholesale and retails. Gari, elubo, egusi, ubiabata. Snails, ulimkuli, ogi baba, both white and yellow. Shredded stockfish, iruwuru, and many more. God's Glory Enterprises, 17130, Bishna Street, Suite A, Houston, Texas, 77083. Open from 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Telephone 713-501-4910. Check out our clothing and cosmetics items, which is also at cheaper rate. God's Glory Enterprises, your neighbor African foods and clothing devils.
Jesus, there is no other name.
Are you in Houston area and you need luxury style space, beautiful and elegant? Chairs, tables, furnitures, Asian design, high stage for celebrants, large free garage parking for guests. Wets Block Event Hall is all you need for weddings, receptions, conference, baby showers, birthdays, graduations, rehearsal dinners, corporate meetings, trade shows, fashion shows, album or book launches. We can design and decorate any special event. Free appointment for a free quote. Check us out 7636 Allen Drive, Suite A115, Houston, Texas 77036 or 5711 Ecroft Avenue, Suite A1A, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 832-351-0993 713-969-0362. westblog@gmail.com or at www.westblog.com. Planning, decorations, and distinctions in stock. Think Westblog for your next luxury event hall. Organic fruits, vegetable and skimmed non-fat milk extracted by an expert with over 38 years of combined experience working with products and educational. Cleansed and processed without adding additives such as sugar, coloring and preservatives. Paddy's Point organic fruit juice in yogurt bag. Fresh, healthy and delicious. Our special juices include green juice, energy booster, fission juice, recovery juice, regulator juice, rejuvenated juice, organic carrot juice, organic laxative juice, organic kidney cleanse. Our fresh made yogurt includes pineapple yogurt, banana yogurt, and coconut yogurt. Order now at 281-741-1037. True Grub Up, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. We also do delivery or walk-in at 3320 Highway C South, Suite D, Houston, Texas 77082. Check us out at www.paddyspoint.co. Paddy's Point organic fruit juice and yogurt bag. Fresh, healthy, and delicious. When it comes to eating African food like you are in Africa, don't just call for jollof rice. Ask for Greens and Solid jollof rice, Greens and Solid fried rice, Greens and Solid ewa going, Greens and Solid porridge yam, babambari reni, Greens and Solid amala on point. Begri atewedu lórí àmàlà tó fẹ́lẹ́ tó ń gbóná fẹ́lẹ́fẹ́lẹ́ with your choice of meat or fish. Roundabout ni, abọ́dí, ṣàkíní àbẹ́dọ̀, ẹja aláràn lẹ́nfẹ́ ni, àbí croaker, bó sì jẹ́ tilapia ni, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà lọ́dọ̀ tiwa. At Greens and Solid amala on point, just give us few minutes to prepare what you order and boom! You have it exactly as it is pictured. Grace and Solid amala on point. 11134 Highway C South, Sugarland, Texas 77498, Suite 216 or Grace and Solid amala on point at 12306 Beechner Street, Houston, Texas 77072 inside the Shell gas station. Telephone 832-295-3570 or cell phone 832-692-0465. Greens and Solids on Facebook, Greens and Solids on Instagram or www.food@greenandsolid.com. Food as it is in Africa. Greens and Solid amala on point. See you there.
Without auto insurance, do you know the time and money you'll spend if you're caught? Why risk it? At Aegis Insurance, we have several insurance carriers to tailor your specific needs. We offer low rates on liability starting from $38 a month. For a 2 vehicle, $65 a month. No driver's license, no problem. We accept Texas IDs, passports, international driver's license, and expired driver's license. Pay 3 months in advance and save 20% on auto insurance. We offer discounts for switching over to Aegis as well as good student discounts. Buy by phone, pay by phone. It's just that simple. It's our job to meet your needs when no one else can. So don't get caught driving without auto insurance. The law requires you to have liability. Call Aegis Insurance today for a free quote and start saving money.
Welcome back. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. We're going to be rounding it up very soon. I will squeeze in just maybe about one call. We'll continue on this tomorrow as well. Don't forget, next week, like I said, when I'm discussing the shower effect, it's going to be mighty and big. But for right now, we'll be discussing about jealousy. And Benga from New York, thank you very much. We have a call immediately. All right, this is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Good evening.
Yeah, hi, good evening.
Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
My name is Tammy from Dallas.
Tammy from Dallas, thank you very much. Have you been following the program, Tammy?
Yes, I have been following the program. And the last caller sort of summed up my thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah, he made a lot of sense, and that was practically what I wanted to say. You know, a bit of jealousy is quite healthy.
Yes.
In a relationship. I mean, there's no how you will claim to love and care for a person, and you know you will not be jealous when you see some kind of shady or funny moves. Definitely. But for the guy that broke up his marriage to his wife because he saw a nude picture from a stranger. I mean.
Yes.
For him to have broken up the marriage, maybe there have been antecedents.
Okay. Usually,
like
yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah, maybe there have been because I mean, for somebody who hasn't shown such traits, and you just find out, you just find that on her phone while you're with her phone. I mean, the first thing that will come to your mind is that which one is this? In fact, you might even both laugh about it. Now, what is this? How did this come by? If there have been no antecedents and there have been no broken trust and, you know, shady things like that. So, I mean, well, it is what it is.
Tammy, I really appreciate you. You see, we're going to continue on this tomorrow, and I expect you to call because there are some questions I would like to ask you as a lady, but my time is so gone. I want you to ponder on the question because I will ask you tomorrow. When a lady is married, how can she do without the calls from other men? Or she can't? It's not her fault that they keep calling. Should she keep entertaining them on a friendly note, or it's a total no-no? Don't answer tonight. Call me tomorrow and we'll talk about it.
All right.
Thank you, Tony, and I really appreciate you. Well, how time flies. I feel like I'm just starting, like I was just gathering my thoughts together. But look at it, time is gone already. This issue of jealousy is not a matter that we can finish up tonight. We still have a lot more to discuss on it, and I would want to encourage us, let's flow together. Again, homes are being helped, and that is why I get you involved in this matter. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, Benga, that called from New York. And the rest of you that try to call, I'm sorry. Maybe tomorrow when we try again. This has been Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and it's been a good one. Do you have any feedback you want us to hear? eshman.sharinglifematters@gmail.com. Is there any story, any feedback? eshman.sharinglifematters@gmail.com. Send us your feedback. It makes a whole lot of sense to us when you send those feedback. Or you want to suggest any topic, any story, please send them to that same email. I have not been the only one at the studio tonight. All right, panning the camera right, left, and center, and pressing all the buttons has been Georgina Bracco. Well done, Georgina, and good job that you're doing. Bukola Sarah, that is the lady in charge of all the adverts. She knows every door and she knows where to turn. Never ever sitting in one place, always looking for how to make things better. Thank you, Bukola Sarah, for such a wonderful job. Well, I have a manager who doubles as my PA. Everything that I say, everything that I do, including the way I dress, has been as a result of advice from my PA, Ehiko Wecho. Thank you also for the wonderful job that you're doing. And the big boss himself, Shino Ayo Oyinlola, that is the executive producer. Thank you, big boss. And it's a wonderful show, and we keep striving to make things better. Before you go tonight, I want you to know homes can be happy, families can be happy. Let you and I keep thinking out of the box, advising people. Someday, somebody will write you that your comment built their home back. This is hoping that the next time we have the opportunity to talk together again, there'll be good news in our mouth. Until then, Eshman is my humble name, and I'll see you at the other side of the divide. Have a good night, everybody, and God bless you. Well, life to you may be different from life to me. The way I see life most of the time is different from the way you see life. Sometimes life is good. Other times, well, maybe not so good. And this is why many times we need someone to talk to, someone to listen to us without judging us. And this is a program that is designed exactly for that purpose, where we can talk, chat, laugh, and sometimes cry together. Come on, let's talk over our matters. Let's discuss the matters of life and find solutions together. This is Eshman. Our program is now going to be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I need you to join in. We need to talk together. You will have the opportunity to call in, ask questions, discuss matters that concern your heart, and I guarantee you, you'll be glad that you talked. I'll be waiting on you Tuesday, and on Wednesday, and on Thursday. Eshman will be waiting for you.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036.